Slay the Stars is a 5th edition actual play and is the brainchild of 3 friends with one goal: to share an epic story with people who want to listen. Content warning, we do curse a bit, so if you're a child or that's not your thing, this might not be for you. We play by the rules, but we are not afraid to stretch them a bit for the sake of fun. And bad calls happen, and when they do, let's talk about it. Reach out on social media and start some discourse. We would love to hear from you, but please leave the negativity at the door. We want to form a community that's based in positivity and mutual enjoyment of this hobby that we all love. Now, let's begin our story.
Zem and Char opened Dalius' shipping crate, found themselves with a ton of incense and illegal ivory, and colored their hair to try to be less conspicuous. They're planning to sell some of the excess incense and equipment in the Murky Knot, and that's where we'll be picking up today. Zem, Char, any final preparations?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
So, you exit the Queen's Rest. On your way out, you notice that there isn't anybody else down there. Jeff it looks like he's just getting prepared for the day. He's kind of wiping down the bar, and he sees you both come down the steps, and he's like, do you guys want anything to eat or drink before you head out for the day?
I think I'm good. Are you?
You have anything for the road?
I could get something together. Yeah. Okay, so he disappears back into the kitchen, and after no more than 30 seconds, he comes out with a small, little sack and, a water skin, and he's like, this is what I have on hand. It's just a couple biscuits and, some water.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, you'll be back tonight, right? You got the room 2 nights?
Yep.
All right.
We might need it for longer than that.
Sure. How long?
I'm not really sure how long yet, but...
We'll know for sure by the end of the night.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just let me know. It's yours for the night, so as long as you, pay up before, tomorrow, whenever you check out, you can have it as long as you need.
Perfect.
How much for the on-the-go breakfast?
Oh, don't worry about it. This is just stuff that was left over from last night, so.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Come back, Lid.
All right. So, you head out. Zamira, you have only been shopping in the Murky Knot once prior to this. And that was when Dalius was getting his hands on some substances that even Euphemia does not deal in. So you know your way to the main shopping area of the district, but as far as who might be there, what you're looking for, kind of in the dark. you start to head over there, and the thing you have on your side right now is that a lot of the denizens of this place are sleeping because they were up all night doing their thing. When you make your way through the streets, though, you do notice that a lot of the taverns, a lot of the apartment buildings, places where people live, they're pretty run down. A lot of the windows are either shuttered, or when there aren't actual shutters there, they are boarded up. There are bars on the establishments that can afford them. A lot of the places have curtains drawn right now, so you can't even see into the windows of anything that is a legitimate shop. However, when you get to the area where there is a sort of like open air market, there are a couple of the stalls that are being set up right now, but over half of them are currently bare. Nothing's set out yet.
Okay. When I was over here before, would I know what stall would like make sense for the incense?
There was one particular stall, the one that you and Dalius went to get his items from, and they seemed to deal in magical substances. So that might be a place to start.
I think we should just unload these. I know that this isn't the heaviest, but it's the bulkiest.
Just give and go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting rid of just the incense here, not the equipment, right?
I mean, we can see if they have an interest, but
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay. You make your way over to about where you remember that stall being Zem, and you are in luck. The man who runs it is currently there. He also looks like he's just starting to get things set up, and he doesn't have a ton of items out on his table. And what he does have there just looks to be like knickknacks, little trinkets, and like a bowl, maybe like a mortar and pestle, things like that. He's not putting his actual wares out on display. And he sees you walking over towards him, and he's like, we're just getting set up now. Can I help you?
Yeah, I actually have a potential deal for you.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
So my boss ordered some incense, and it's really good quality, high quality incense. But they accidentally gave us way too much and then refused to leave until we paid for it.
Mm.
And now I have all this incense and a pissed off boss, and I need to make it up to him a little bit.
He recoils a little bit, and he's like, I can smell it on you, honestly. I could find some use for some incense. Show me what you have.
Yeah, so this is this is the sample. They're all like this. And I have X number of them.
Okay. Are you telling him, how much are you kind of like hinting to him that you have? Are you telling him you have the full amount?
I'm gonna say over. So how many do we actually have, like units or whatever?
Before I forget, before she haggles, I'm casting Bless on her in case she gets like some bullshit spell cast at her while she's haggling.
Okay. So, if you're trying to sell like 800 gold pieces of this incense, and you're handing him sort of like a bunch in your hand, I don't know how many that is.
Stupid amount.
But it's probably a stupid amount. Like if you had that whole crate that was mostly full of incense, and you're selling what, 3/4 of it or whatever, it's a lot of incense. Your backpack's like stuffed with it.
Okay. So I would say that like the number that I'm looking for is like if we're talking, this was like one gold piece for one. Like, so we have 800, and I know that that's
Sure,
not
that's
right.
fine.
But like, let's say that that's how it goes. I would say like I've got over 500.
He looks at what's in his hand, and he's sort of like mumbling to himself, like, "Oh man, this is pretty good quality. I know some people who could be interested." And when you say you have like 500, he kind of like,
Yeah, I know. They said that it was off by a 0, and like yeah, I know.
off by it.
But like they invested and then they refused to leave, and it got dicey, and you know how that goes. So like we had to pay up, and basically I don't have a home anymore.
Yeah. I don't. That's quite. I can't even imagine where they would have gotten so much. And he's like, "Well, if this bunch, yeah, I certainly couldn't afford all of it, and I would need to get a slight price adjustment so that I could make something off of this. But, for the whole lot, I could maybe offer you 450 gold, but I don't even have all that on me now. It would take me some time."
What is he selling exactly?
You don't know. Because on his table, he just has a bunch of weird trinkets out.
You said he has a pestle as well?
Yeah, there's like a mortar and pestle there.
If you don't have the gold to pay for it, we might be willing to take some other items off of your hand for comparable, one for one sort of thing.
What kind of items are you looking for? We can make a deal.
Well, what? I don't know. I'm open. What do you have?
He's kind of sizing you up, trying to decide what he wants to show you. And he leans forward and he was like, "No, my dear, what do you need? Are you looking for magical items? Are you looking for pretty trinkets?"
Pretty things don't, they don't do it for me.
All right.
Put that on a mug.
He turns around and you can see that he has like a large, almost like a tarp that he's thrown over some boxes that he's brought with him for the day. And he goes to the backside and kind of lifts one up. And you can tell he's trying not to like publicize what he has back there. And he starts rooting around a bit. And he comes out with a box. It's about the size of a ring box. And he brings it over and he sets it down and he opens it. And inside you see there are actually 2 rings in here. They are both gold with like a zigzaggy line of some sort of stone in the center. Maybe like an opal.
Like an inlay?
Yeah, like an inlay. That's the word I'm looking for. And he says, "These are quite valuable. But if you're looking for a 1-to-1 trade, I could offer these."
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I mean to make up for the additional.
Oh, no. I don't think you understand. These are quite powerful. I could give you these in exchange for the whole lot. No gold.
Wait.
What is this?
And he says, "Well, if you put these rings on, you and another individual, you'll always know where the other person is, and you'll be able to speak to them no matter the distance between you."
I'm going to pop at the tech magic just to make sure this isn't bullshit.
Yeah, they're legit.
I'm going to nudge you.
Well, the thing is, I happen to know how high of quality that I have here. Mm-hmm. And these are amazing. this is good. But
that overrode bless, by the way, before I forget.
Oh,
Tech
yeah.
magic stays up for 10 minutes.
Okay.
that being said, I don't know. Because I can't live in these rings.
I mean, I suppose that's fair. If you're looking for something slightly less quality, and he closes the box and he kind of puts it back and he pulls out from his side another item. And this item is just a book. And Zamira, you would recognize this as a spell book. And he says, well, I made a deal with a man who needed some things more than he needed this anymore. And inside there is quite a bit of arcane knowledge. I could give this to you in addition to, say, 150 gold pieces.
Do you know what arcane knowledge is in here?
Oh no, darling, I'm not a magician. I don't practice in spells. This is all gibberish to me, but I know that it's valuable to people who do practice. And he sort of looks at you. He's trying to see your reaction to that statement.
Mm. Well, I don't really know what I would do with that.
Really? Roll a deception check.
$17.
I literally
Shit.
can't read your
Okay, we
notes.
need to
rolled a
pause.
16 plus whatever is on his sheet.
This is going to be my portents.
Oh, right.
10 and 15. Not the best portents, but
Could be worse.
Okay. So, Zamira, there is a look on his face that you have a hard time reading, but it sort of seems like he does not quite believe what you're saying currently. And he says, well, that is all I have as far as, high-end items that could offset some of the cost. I could certainly help you get some other lower value components if you need something like that, or
well, we're going to stand to take a loss on this. So let me just speak with my companion for a moment.
So, meta a little
Certainly.
bit, just to make sure that I'm aware. You have your spell book, right? You
Like-
had it. You didn't, not have it when we started this.
What do you mean?
As a wizard, you still have your spell book. You didn't, leave it back at the school, right?
Oh, correct. I have
Okay,
it with me.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. So,
I didn't bring it here, to the
Murky Knot.
thank you. So I wasn't sure how here you meant, but yes, I do. Yes, correct.
okay, so the deal is 1-to-1 with the rings, because there's 2 of them,
Yes.
or the deal for an extra 150 gold?
Yeah, so it's 150 and the book for all of the incense.
Okay. Do you think it's worth getting a spell book for you?
I always want more. But that being said, I don't know that I don't already have all of this information already. And I also don't know that it's even going to be something that I'm capable of. This is a gamble because I don't know what's in there and I can't show too much interest or all of the efforts that we're going to.
Well, we're selling it here, and there's not an unknown risk that we might be able to take this and sell it somewhere else, right?
The book, you mean?
Yes.
It's possible.
So maybe you can get what you need out of it. Just kind of glance through it, decipher it, and then we sell it. So technically we'd be making out, right? And we get 150 gold for that.
That's true.
As opposed to the rings, which, quite frankly, are a really good deal.
Yeah.
But we still need some kind of gold, unless he's willing to barter for some of the armor and stuff.
But we haven't even tried with the armor and stuff yet. So, I mean, we might be able to make something off of that. Plus, I didn't tell him how much incense we have. I estimated. Like, he'll get the bulk, but, like...
So do you want to offer the armor as well and then go for the rings? Because the rings might be beneficial to us. And they're legit. By the way, when I pop detect magic, anything around me pop up magical as well?
How far away from you?
It is 30-foot sphere. Radius. Wait, hold on. Let me actually hit it. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Okay, so the crates that are behind him, there are a couple more blips that go off there. Nothing too powerful, though. Some more items that are enchanted in some way. Nothing like the spell book or the rings, though. Those are his two probably highest end items.
Because what we're looking for might not be high grade. Because I think technically the bag of holding, which we're looking for, is technically, I think, uncommon. Which
Yeah,
is pretty low.
they're pretty common. But so you would also get the stalls like immediately next to that and the ones behind you.
Anything immediately just like bam, like something's wrong.
Nothing. No, nothing like that.
It looks like he has a couple other things in reserve as well. If you want to start with the armor, see if he has anything else that's magical.
Okay.
Just say that want to see. There's a couple other things that he has. Maybe say that you don't think he was truthful.
Well,
I'm trying to keep quiet, by the way.
Can't just say what else do you have, like you've got something else. I can't, like, he'll know.
So what did you say, little meta? You said 500 gold pieces.
I said he asked, like, so when he asked how much we had, I said like over 500.
Okay. Because I've got an 8 charisma, and I don't want to play that up too much. I don't know. See, tell him. See if he has a bag of holding. Just outright ask him, and see if we can offer that for the deal with the spell book. We got some armor. Because we're living on the road. Because we are.
Okay.
But we might be leaning towards the spell book.
So I'm going to walk back over.
Okay.
My companion reminded me that my boss would be interested in the book. So that's kind of where we're leaning.
Right.
But do you have anything else of any magical value?
I mean, some lesser items. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Well, I sort of kind of might have ruined his bag of... Do they call it a bag of holding? Like, would they just call it a bag of holding?
Yeah.
I ruined his bag of holding and would like to replace that.
By the way, I'm standing back a good bit, so I'm not like next to you being like, hey, what's going on? Like a squirrel on caffeine. Just
Yeah.
like, what's going on? How's it going?
Oh, yes. Well, bags of holding are not uncommon. I might have one, around somewhere, but not here. I could have one delivered to you, certainly.
What if I came back and picked it up?
That would be fine with me. It would save me for having to find a courier.
All right. So the book and the gold and the bag. We also have some other things that we don't need that you might be interested in.
What other things?
I'm going to motion for you to come over because you've got the stuff.
Yeah, and you have the list in front of you. So just for the podcast listeners, it is a chain shirt, a standard chain shirt, a shield, a short sword, and an unmagical, previously magical light armor. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
You did not.
It's just so heavy to carry around.
Yeah, I imagine that it is. And he looks through the other stuff and he's like, I don't really have a lot of use for some of these, more, these weapons and this armor. I could take it off your hands, but it would be difficult for me to figure out what to do with them. And bags of holding are not cheap. So if you want the book and the bag, I could potentially let them go for all of this, but there won't be any gold exchanged here, depending on how much of this incense you actually have on you.
Okay. What do you think?
If we're not gonna get gold, he's not getting 800. So I'm gonna say we have like 600.
That's fine. So we'll let it go for the bag and the book for 600.
Yeah.
And we're trusting that he's going to have the bag when we get back. And that's with the armor and stuff, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to still have 200 to try to unload.
Mm-hmm.
I say do it because with a bag of holding, we can do a lot more.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna
I'm gonna leave the stuff in front of him and back up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave you with the armor and 500. There's another 600 incense that I will give you.
Mm-mm.
There's another 100 for the
Mhm.
600 total.
Gotcha.
That I will give you when we can pick up the bag.
Certainly. It's a
Okay.
deal.
All right. What's your name?
You can call me Darian.
Darrion.
Darian.
Okay. Thank you.
Certainly. Thank you. Give me until the end of the evening, around dinner time. I should have your item.
Okay. I will take this.
All right. You have the book.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slip it into my bag and like fight every instinct I have to not open it and start looking at it immediately.
Yeah, because I figure worst case scenario, it has extra pages for you to use or utilize that you can tear out of the book and use.
Mm-hmm.
Spell book acquired. Achievement unlocked.
Achievement unlocked. New
And-
spells.
And, which is even better, we have gotten rid of the armor, which was the shit that was weighing us down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. So we got that one foul swoop. Much better than I thought it was going to go. Still think it's going to end badly, but I'm not sure about what happens in between.
Yeah. At least we don't have gold to get pickpocketed. Which reminds me, I am gonna put my hand in my bag and like touch it.
Yeah, both of you, start to just check your person. You're all right.
Okay.
Everything seems to be where it was.
Good. I'd be more surprised if they got the ones in my shoe. How?
So, where are you off to next?
Further into the Murky Knot, try to get another cellar? Is that what we're doing?
I don't know. Cause like we could, but I also think that I think it might be a matter of a different time of day, which is going to be riskier for like pickpocket issues, but also there weren't that many people. Like even the vendors were still out, like asleep. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to go in right now. further.
So we're going back and then we're going... Excuse me. So we're going out and we're going over to the silk.
Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to go back to the hotel first?
Mm,
Tavern?
I don't think we necessarily need to. We just need to go get we need to get new clothes.
Do we have enough money to do that right now?
I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know the cost of anything, so like I don't know.
How much do you have on your person is what I mean. Like, because did you leave some back at the end?
I brought
Okay,
money. I
then
didn't
no, we're
bring.
good. That was where I misunderstood. I thought you had left some.
I just left the valuable things.
Okie doke. Well, let's go.
Silk Arch?
Silk Arch.
Okay. As you start heading back down the main street, out of the Murky Knot, towards the Silk Arch, you see a door to a tavern swing open, and an older man, long white beard, disheveled white hair, ragged clothes, doesn't look like he's showered in a while. You see him getting literally booted out of an establishment there, kicked down these steps. He falls sprawling onto the ground, and you see the proprietor of this establishment, this woman, scream out at him, and "Don't you come back! All you ever do is cause troubles here anyway." And she slams the door, and he stands up and dusts himself off, and you see his eyes are just crazed. And he just starts screaming at the top of his lungs, "She comes! Don't you feel it, the wrongness? She's claimed her world and ours is next. The keys, she wants them. Give them to her. We must find the keys and give them to her." And at this point, you see these two armed guards come, like, rushing forward. And, I mean, these are clearly actual, like, city guards from Ocean Guard. And they start grabbing this guy, and you hear them saying things like, "Shut up! What's wrong with you?" And the other guy's like, "He just needs to dry out." And they're, like, trying to drag this guy down the street, you're assuming towards some sort of barracks. And the last thing that he screams is, "The broken and aberrant shall inherit the earth, and we will all burn!" And one of the guards just clubs him in the face as hard as he can, and the guy just goes limp, and they start dragging him away.
Well, that's a first.
Okay, just so I make sure I got that right, because I was watching the peeking. You're good, by the way.
Perfect.
The broken and aberrant will burn the earth.
No, the broken and aberrant shall inherit the earth, and we will all burn.
Oh, shall inhabit the earth. Burn. Cool. Was that all that he said?
That is all he said.
Alrighty. Cool.
Oh, scary.
So the guards, like, knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
Are they taking him anywhere in particular? They just, like, going around to the back alley and just, like, dumping the body?
Well, you see them, they're dragging him down the street towards somewhere. And as you watch them, they do turn down one of the alleys.
It's best not to interfere.
I understand that. Probably for the best.
I don't like it here.
Do you think I do?
No.
Still walking and talking. Do I see anybody? Like, nobody's following us, right? Like, I'm still a little paranoid at this point.
Perception check.
Okay, jokels. 18, 19, 20, 21, 26.
No. You look around. You don't see anybody noticing you, especially after that display.
Okay. Just keep moving. Use that as a distraction. I'm going to try to keep track of what alley they dumped him in, though.
Okay.
Kind of walk past it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't far from where you just made this trade, so you could probably find it fairly easily. But so the Murky Knot is like the far eastern side of the city, and the Silk Arch is on the far western side. So you spend quite a bit of time. It takes you probably the better part of an hour, hour and a half to walk to where the Silk Arch begins from where you are. And so as you're doing this, the city's starting to come alive. You walk down the main drag, and when you get to the gaming district, you can see the Azure Cove there now. This huge casino that, I mean, you probably both kind of noticed because it's very obvious when you're walking past. And you do notice that out front there is quite a bit of activity. Guards going in and out.
Like Ocean Guard guards?
Yes.
Wait, like panicked going in and out, or like seems planned?
No, not panicked. More like a crime scene. Like they're going in and out. Something happened last night.
Do we go over and see, or do you want to keep moving?
We have to get our tasks done. And if we go over there, we're just going to get noticed.
Okay, sorry. You're good. You're right. Let's go do what we gotta do.
I can't stop thinking about that guy, though.
Yeah, I know, me neither.
But yeah, let's go get you a pretty dress.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually you make it to the Silk Arch, and by the time you get there, it's probably around like 10:30 in the morning. The stalls here are opening. The crowd is bustling. This is where the morning people who do live in this city are now carrying out their business. What are you looking for? Where are you going?
Is there like a seamstress?
Oh yeah, you can find everything from like where you can go to purchase fabrics all the way up to like beautiful ball gowns here. And it's all displayed like just out in the open. You could easily find what you're looking for. Are you looking for something on the more like plain side? Are you looking for, very colorful fabrics? What are you?
Something that is going to let us blend in. So I don't want anything too plain, but I also don't so whatever the current fashions are here, just that.
Neutral colors, nothing expensive.
Sure. All right. Eventually you choose one of the stalls because you see what looks to be like high quality clothing, but not too flamboyant, not too out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you step up, and the woman who runs this stall was sort of like, she had her back to you and was kind of bent over. You couldn't really see her well, but as you approach, she spins around, and you notice that not only is she not human, you've never seen anybody who looked like her before. She has very sharp features, but where her nose is, it's more like just two openings. She has pointed ears similar to an elf. Her hair is this long, flowing, almost like a deep blue color. And her eyes are slitted like a reptile's. And they're this bright yellow color. And she looks at you. And she says, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I am looking for a dress or two.
Well, you've come to the right place. Are you looking for something, floor length, long, shorter?
I think something floor length.
Okay. Certainly. What about color-wise?
Something like neutral, like that'll go with anything. I don't have lots of money, so I'm looking for like basic pieces.
Easily done. And she turns around, and she has some that are hung up on like hangers, and she's like, no, these are too much. And she kind of goes, and she has cases that actually have zippers on them, which is interesting. You haven't seen a lot of zippers. This is new technology. She unzips these and she opens them, and she starts rummaging through. And the first thing she pulls out is this, it's like a brown dress that goes the whole way to the floor. And it has an inner piece that is white that has sleeves that come down to like mid what's this part of your upper arm?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Anyway, and she says, this is actually quite useful. When it's hot out, you can take the white piece out and just have the straps. If it's a little cooler, you have a slight sleeve here, nondescript. This is 8 silver.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. Um, I would like to look around and see if there's anything that like catches my eye that I'm like, I need that.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Like something, like it can be. It doesn't have to be plain. I think I'm gonna get a little lost in here. 17.
All right. With that roll, Zem, what's something that would catch your eye?
Probably something either like royal blue or emerald green or like something in the like peacock range that is probably too flashy for escape purposes, but I would, and it like I don't know if it would be like a cloak or a coat or like a dress, but something like that.
Okay. You do find something that matches that description. You see that there is a cloak that she sort of hung on a hanger that's off the side. You don't really notice it until you see her kind of like making her way through some of the stuff, and it like the fabric just catches your attention. But it has the hood that comes up and the long flowing cloak, and there's like not only is it almost like a blue purple that when the light catches it, it's almost like pearlescent, but there's a gold band that runs like the outside of the hood and down the length of it that shimmers in the light.
I'm going to gasp.
What happened?
She also stops and she's like, "What? Are you okay?"
I'm great. That is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you. This, and she pulls it down. She's like, it's a little flashier than what you were looking for, but, yes, I saw this fabric a few days ago, and I knew I had to create something from it. It's completely standard, non-magical as far as I know, but doesn't it have that quality?
It's incredible. Oh, I love it. Can I touch it?
Absolutely. And she hands the whole thing to you.
And I'm gonna, extend the sides and like ooh and ah over all the details. Like, look at this stitching and oh my God, this braid around it. Wow.
And
Yes.
how much is that gonna cost? Out of curiosity, just
It's listen, and she's like, just try it on, dear. See if it fits you. And she looks over towards you, Char, and she says, well, I was asking 30 gold for it, but if you're buying the other dress and she seems to love it so much, I could let it go for 20.
Well, I will. I think that she definitely wants to try it on, so you're probably.
Oh, it's already on me.
How in the fuck?
I've already I did this whole like throw it out and like all the way around and like cape it around me, and I'm literally spinning like this is so pretty.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's one of a kind as well. The woman I bought the fabric from, she only had the one bolt, and I used most of it to do this. It's amazing. I have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, probably gonna go with it.
And then I'm also so I would like to look for a
Okay, so meta. We probably would have talked about this beforehand. Are we letting her in on this, basically saying that I lost a bet?
No, I was just gonna look for like my older sister. Like,
Okay, cool. And resume.
yeah. So, okay, so I'll take the dress. I'm not, unless she's specifically asking me to take this off, I'm gonna leave it on. Like, I'm just.
She does not.
Okay.
Yeah. She knows how to sell things like this.
Yeah.
No shit.
So, okay, so I'm definitely gonna take that dress, and then I need one more dress, sort of this in the same like ilk as this.
Oh, same size or?
Maybe like just a little bit bigger than this one.
Oh, certainly. And she turns around and she's flipping through some things. She's like, I have a few options here. And she pulls out one that is it's like a long white dress, with just like the the faintest hint of like a blue to it. And she's this, I've had this for quite some time. I could let this go. Honestly, if you're buying the cloak, I would give this to you for free. And she pulls out another dress that is black, and it comes down to like just below the knee, and it has longer sleeves. And she says, same with this. I could let it go with the cloak.
Deal. I will take all 3 dresses and the cloak.
Done.
Wait, it only goes down to the knee?
Yeah, one of them goes down to the knee.
The black dress is for me. I'll fix it.
Wait, the first one was for me.
The first one is for me. The last one is for me. The cloak is for me.
We have not solved the problem.
You got the
You get the white dress. The almost hint of blue dress.
Yeah.
Wait, the one that was the most expensive? I thought that was for you too.
No.
No, the
We looked
blue.
at 3 dresses?
No.
You
Yeah, there are
looked at
3
three
dresses.
dresses and a cloak. Don't be such a dude about this.
I'm sorry, I can't not be. I just apparently zoned out during one of the dresses.
So
'Cause I literally
the
thought it
dress
was-
directly after the cloak is for you.
Okay.
It's the hint of blue dress.
As long as we've solved the problem, I somehow missed that one, even though I'm literally sitting right here.
And also, do you have, like corsets here?
Oh, certainly. And she zips that tote up. She goes over to another and unzips it, and she's like, quite a bit of boning, or just a little. How cinched are we getting?
Don't
here?
you dare.
Just a little.
Okay. And your size, or
This is for my older sister, and she's a little bit bigger than me.
certainly. Cup size, big, small.
You just see
What do
Char
we-
look down.
It like smaller.
Oh, okay. Certainly. And so she knows her stuff. She knows where things are. She immediately just kind of like flips through, grabs one, and she holds it up, and she's like, this? Good? It's good for what you need it for.
I think, and I'm gonna try to like lean back to like not be obvious and try to check it out. Yeah, that should do.
Perfect. So I tell you what, with the first dress, the 2 other dresses, the cloak, the corset, do you 1 corset or 2?
Just the one.
Okay. Shoes, anything like that?
Yeah, let's look at shoes.
I don't have shoes. I have literal like monk boots.
Right. So she turns around, she zips that tote up, she gets another tote out, and she kind of brings it over and unzips it, and you can see it's just like they're all right shoes. She doesn't keep all the shoes together because she knows better. People steal.
People do steal.
Yeah, so she unzips it, and you see that she has quite a bit here. People don't really wear like heels because it's sandy. You're very close to the ocean. Heels would not be great. So most of the shoes here are flats, a lot of ballet flats. And she pulls out some. She's like, I have some that are, just your brown, black, white. And then you see she pulls out another tote and unzips it. And these are the fancier shoes. These are the ones that are different colors. Some of them have patterns and flowers and polka dots and stripes and all kinds of stuff. And she's like, some of them have like, glitter or little ribbons and things like that. And she's like, what are you looking for?
Let's find one that matches the white dress.
Oh, certainly. So we could go with a simple white. We could, maybe a brown.
What about
to be
one of the patterned?
Oh yes, I love like a nice little peekaboo moment with like a fancy shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls out this pair that's like, it's white. Like the main color is white, but there are like little polka dots on it that are like this emerald green color.
Ooh.
And she's like, I think this would be like the perfect pop of color to go with that dress.
Yeah, I love that. That's really pretty. But how much is it?
Oh, these are about 5 silver.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
Should we be getting another sash for the dress as well? Something to make it seem just perfect. It is a gift after all.
So yeah, I mean, like, we can take a look at that.
Oh,
But also, I
alright.
need a pair of black shoes myself.
Oh, okay. And she grabs from the other tote this. I mean, this pair of they're just black flat shoes, but they're kind of like shimmery a bit. They have like a reflective light to them. Very nice, sturdy. Everything here looks very well made.
Okay. Yes, I will take that as well.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
And then just, I guess, a sash for the white dress.
Okay. Are you looking for like something to wrap around the waist to kind of like pull it in to kind of
Yeah, I think so. Maybe something that goes with the shoes.
I was just going to say I have the perfect for this. And she goes over and she just has like swatches of fabric that are sort of like out and about so that because she apparently also makes custom dresses for people who order.
Out in the boot.
And she pulls down a bolt of fabric that is almost like macrame
Okay.
is the best way I can describe it. And she unrolls a bit of it, snips it, and she kind of like does this twirl with her hand. And the one side gets kind of tied up and the other side kind of like flows down at this angle. You can see the little tassels and like I said, it's very macrame, and she kind of like ties it on the side and it gives this like hanging belt effect. And it is like a deep emerald green color. And she says, I think that this would go so well with the shoes.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I agree. Yes. Okay. So that is 3 dresses, the cloak, the shoes, and the sash.
Yes.
How much is this going to run me?
22 gold pieces.
Well, I can tell that this is all really really good quality stuff, and you've been awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna take it, and then I'm gonna take out my one of my little change purse things, and I'm gonna count out 22 and
Perfect. Do you need like a box for the gift dress or for any of this, or do you have bags to keep this in?
Yes, it's a gift. Let's get the gift box.
Char's like over her shoulder, just shaking his head like,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, and she
We're about to have a bag of holding. Yes, put it in a box.
she pulls out a box that looks very much like a cake box, like the box you buy like a grocery store birthday cake
hell
in.
yeah.
And she takes
The most sturdiest boxes in the place.
Yeah, she takes the white dress and she wraps the belt she's made around the center of the dress and kind of ties it, and then she folds it very neatly and puts it in the box so that you can see it, and puts the shoes there and does a nice little presentation and closes the box and slides it over towards you. And she says, do you need a bag for the rest of it, or?
Yes, please.
Okay. And she just gets out like a paper bag and she starts folding the rest of the stuff very neatly. And I'm assuming you're going to wear the cloak though.
Yeah, no, I'm never taking this off.
You shouldn't. It looks very good.
Yeah, this is really, really beautiful.
I'm glad that you love it. And she slides everything over towards you and she's like, honestly, if you need anything else, please come back. I've had the most fun with you.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. What's your name? Because this was just, I would really like to come back and see you again.
Oh, it's funny. I just go by the name Cloud.
Oh, that's really pretty. I've never met someone named Cloud before.
Oh, it's not my given name, dear. The people where I'm from called me that because my head's always in the clouds, so.
Oh. Well.
But no, I don't take it as an affront. I think it's hilarious, so.
Well, I'm glad that your cloud drifted its way here.
Oh, you are hilarious. I love you.
Oh no.
But
Well, thank you for all your help today.
of course. Like I said, please come back anytime. I never forget a face, and I would be happy to outfit you whenever. And for the customers who come back frequently, I always offer a discount.
Okay.
So, where are you headed to next?
We're going back to the inn?
We got to get you dressed. We got a corset. I forgot. Was that in the
Yeah, that was included.
Okay.
Yes.
Back to the Queen's Rest?
Yes.
All right. You make your way back to the Queen's Rest. I would like for you both to roll me perception checks.
I don't want to.
22.
Not 20.
Mine was a 17. I actually like this dice. I have not rolled my Cthulhu dice because I haven't found it. Never mind, I found it.
Damn it.
Okay, what did you say you got, Char?
22, I think.
Not
Wait,
20.
Nat 20 over there.
yeah, 22.
Odds at Char, evens at Zem.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Okay.
She got a nat 20. Give it to her.
Well, I rolled a 2, so it's going to her anyway. Zem, you, as the two of you are walking and sort of like whispering back and forth and talking, a man in a black cloak bumps into you. And he's like, oh, sorry. And he kind of pushes past and keeps walking, but you definitely felt his hand in your pocket.
So I'm going to spin as he's walking past and see if I can like grab.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check.
Poor tense, because I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
I'm going to use my 15, and you said dexterity?
Yeah.
16.
All right. You grab his hand and there's nothing in it. And he's like, what?
I'm going to, like, circle to the back end, like, where he's trying to walk away from.
Okay.
I don't appreciate people just touching me when I don't know them at all.
Just look in your pocket.
Look in my pocket?
Look in your pocket.
I'm not gonna let go, but I am gonna reach in my pocket.
Okay, roll me an insight check.
12.
He looks...
Wait. Yeah, 12, sorry.
He looks, like almost not scared, not like frightened, but like startled by this whole turn of events. And when you reach into your pocket, you feel a piece of parchment that wasn't there before.
Does it feel like the parchment that I received days ago?
It would be hard for you to tell. I mean, it just feels like parchment.
Okay. I will let go of his hand.
He immediately just takes off running. He's
Okay.
going to try to take off running as soon as you
immediately,
let go.
like, locked eyes with you, like, we letting him go.
So I got a good look at him.
Yeah. I mean, you got a good look at it. The rest of him is sort of like, it's cloaked. He's wearing dark clothing. But you got a good look at his face.
Yeah, let him go.
Okay.
Okay. He takes off running.
So I'm going to like indicate we need to hurry back.
Okay.
I'm not taking the parchment out until we get back into our room.
Okay.
What if it was to warn us not to go back?
I wouldn't know that. I'm not taking it out until I get back there.
Okay. I trust your judgment.
Okay. You make your way back to the Queen's Rest. When you get there, you see Jeff is behind the bar still. He kind of just nods at you as you come in. You head up to your room. Everything is where you left it. Doesn't seem that anybody's been here.
Okay. I'm gonna take the note out of my pocket and take a look at it, or the parchment out of my pocket. I'm assuming there's a note.
I'm gonna go pay for another night. What was it for night? Because we're gonna need another night probably.
Yeah, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I have it written down.
2 silver pieces per night.
Okay.
So what am I getting him? Another night or 2 nights?
Let's give him. You said 2 silver pieces a night. Let's give him 5 silver pieces for 2 nights.
Okay, I'll go downstairs and pay for the next 2 nights. While she's getting care of everything.
All right. Easily done. He accepts it. How many more nights did you say?
Those.
2.
Before you left, though, I would have been like, grab us some lunch.
Okay. I will also order lunch.
All right. He says, call it a gold. You can have the room 2 nights and lunch.
Works for me. According to my notes. So I don't know if you have it differently in your notes or you like gave us the wrong amount last time. I have 4 silver a night.
Oh! That's because he upcharged you last time. I forgot that he upcharged you last time.
Okay, so
That's hilarious.
Just so we don't fuck around, I don't want that to be like not noted that we did have 4 a night. Let's just say he offered us a discount.
So, Zem, you pull out the paper, and what it says is Gaming District, Main Street, and Devotion Lane. And then it has a drawing of a flaming heart that reminds you a bit of Char's pendant.
Is there a time on it?
Nope.
Is the parchment paper, like, noticeable in any way? Like, is there any, like, logo, or is it crappy? Is it nice?
The parchment itself has been dyed a light pink color.
All right. Does it smell like anything?
No.
Weird. Today's been a strange day.
All right, we got the rooms for the next 2 days. And, all right. Do you know where we're going?
I mean, first we got to get you in.
Obviously, I meant after that.
Well, that guy, this is what he gave me.
What is it? He'll take the piece of paper and read it. I don't understand.
If you didn't know the circumstances with which we received this note on pink parchment paper, you would think that this was like a flirtatious thing, right?
We would?
You would. Yes. So the fact that he looked freaked out, I'm so curious. I don't know what this is about.
So if we had not received this note, what would have been the ideal play for tonight?
Well, I don't know about the Azure Cove, but, like, I would say let's hit a casino.
Is the gaming district near... It is near the Murky Knot, right?
Yeah, so the gaming district sort of like flows into the Murky Knot, like a gradient.
Okay, so we need to go that way anyway, right?
To go back and pick up our bag.
Holding.
What are the odds it looks like my new cloak? I'm gonna spin.
I don't know. Our luck has been great so far.
All right, let's get you dressed, and then let's just go check out what this address is.
All right. He'll be bringing up lunch here in a little bit.
All right.
I'll answer the door.
Yeah, probably for the best.
All right, so you take some time, and it takes a bit to get Char ready because He's not having a great time, especially whenever you start putting the corset on him.
It's not that he's opposed to it. He's just confused.
Yeah. No, I just mean like, you know, I don't know if you've ever worn a corset before, but
It's god awful.
it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's not fun.
Really, really terrible. So, I just picture some moments where Zem's like pulling this thing tight and like, you're like, I can't breathe.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah. You know, putting a little stuffing where it needs to go, and getting the dress on, putting the shoes on. And when you're done, passably feminine Char exists.
I'm gonna rifle through my bag and I'm gonna take my lipstick out of it and I'm gonna put some on my thumb and then I'm gonna like blush her cheeks a little bit. But I'm gonna like I'm gonna like rub it in, like, you know what I mean, like I'm gonna do it.
When you're about halfway through the process, there is a knock on the door.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to not breathe over in the corner.
So I'll open the door.
Okay, you open the door and it's Connie. She's there with her like little tray of food and she's like, "Oh, Jeff asked me to bring this up to you." She hands it to you.
He lost a bet.
Oh.
God damn
Well,
Kelly.
it looks really nice.
Thank you, Connie.
Your hair looks nice too.
Thanks. It doesn't look too, like, does it look obvious?
No, I think it looks really natural. You don't have to roll insight. You can tell she is kind of not a fan. She misses your other hair.
Okay. Well, hopefully this will wash out in a while.
Yeah, the woman I got it from said that it should last for a couple months depending on how long you go between, you know, hair washes.
Excellent.
Okay. And she's just like, okay. And she kind of looks between the two of you and turns around and leaves.
That's a fair reaction.
On the tray, there are 2 glasses of milk and 2 little sandwiches. The sandwiches have some sort of sliced meat on them, a bit of cheese.
That'll do.
Get the man some more.
You take some time, eat your food. Char's ready, and we're gonna cut the episode here. You guys on your way to the parchment place.
Thank you for listening in. We hope you've enjoyed Slay the Stars Episode 9. Now we'll be announcing what happens if we get 200 followers on our Twitter. Now, if we get... hello?
Okay. Arthur, what are you wearing?
Oh, hey. Yeah, it's a dress. I was trying to get into character with Char, like with how he would feel, like having a dress. Surprisingly comfortable. Oh, and this one comes with, like, pockets? Like, do you know the dresses have pockets? This is the shit. I couldn't fit into a corset, though. I couldn't... Yeah, my body's not really built for a corset, so that's kind of like... Anyway, if we reach 200 followers on Twitter... We're giving away Journey Through the Radiant Citadel, Dungeons & Dragons' newest adventure book, coming on July 19th. If we have 200 Twitter followers at that point in time, we will announce the winner on July 19th's episode. So, go follow us on Twitter at Slay the Stars. And as always, stay tuned. Intro music by Isaac Vyers. Character designs by Cam Gonzalez. Photos by Rachel Bianchi. Special thanks to Kaylin Williamson. Produced by Leah Hemrick. Graphics designer Jen Kearney. And audio engineer Arthur Polino.